go!
So, hello and welcome back to my tiny little, a little bit overfilled workshop. But it's not as overfilled as it was last time. I mean, last time was about 2 months ago. Just about 2 months ago. Yeah, and I told you I was going to look into the bike, like what the problem was, etc. And it took me quite a long time, and also I didn't really want to go in the workshop and I was kind of lazy. But a few days ago I decided to go back in here. I messed around with the carburetors and stuff, and neither the original one nor the other original one I bought from the guy were working. So I decided to go with my 24mm carburetor, and she didn't want to go as well. So I figured it's quite unlikely that 3 carburetors, and one of them brand new, got damaged or broke at the same time. So I figured what else leads the fuel to the cylinder, and the only thing the fuel has to pass, except for the intake there, which can't really break, is the, well, we call it membrane, I guess in English it's called a reed valve, which is that thing you put on intake here, and basically, and that's where the carb comes from. And the carb leads the fuel air mixture or air fuel mixture through here, and it has to pass those little plates there. I can try to, yeah, you could see it, and it has to pass those flaps there, and those flaps only open as soon as this the piston goes down. So there's an under pressure which causes them to open up, and as soon as they are opened up, the fuel can pass them. And I think they kind of broke or something. I don't know. I didn't want to mess around with that specific one because I found one online for like $12 new. So yeah, I ordered that one. It looks quite the same, I guess. Yeah, I think those are silver. But other than that, it looks quite the same. And yeah, fired her up with the 24mm carburetor, and she fired right up, I guess. Like only 2 weak kicks in, like to get some fuel going through, then a normal kick, and she fired up. And she ran, and that was also quite good. So I figured that one had to be broken, and it was. Yeah, so as it was working with the 24mm carburetor, I figured I'm gonna try it with the stock 16mm carburetor, and it didn't work. So I was messing around with the carburetor. I had that one on at first, but then I was messing around, put on the other one, and it still didn't work. So I could also see that, I mean, you can't really see it, but that one is kind of transparent. Well, I guess you can't see it that much. And as soon as fuel is in there, you can see the difference between air and fuel. I could see some fuel going through there, but other than that, there was a lot of air in it. So I figured the carburetor didn't take the fuel, like it didn't suck on the fuel. I was messing around and stuff, and it didn't work. Tried the other fuel and stuff. Kind of didn't work. So I figured, what is if I put some fuel into the air intake? I kind of took a little hose, put some fuel in there, and kind of fired it in there. I mean, it's kind of complicated for me to explain it. Just blew it in there, in the air intake. Like, of course, I took the thing thereof, blew some fuel in there, and she fired right up. And then she kept running, because kind of the cycle was complete, and she sucked fuel, burnt fuel, and because the piston was moving, she kind of started sucking more fuel. So she worked, and let me just try. If she fires up, I still haven't got any battery hooked up. Gotta look into that if they are still working. Let's see. And you see one kick and she fires up. And I didn't even start her today, so I'm quite surprised that she fired up right away. And that's a really good sign. That's gonna help me when I'm gonna sell her. Yeah, so basically what I did then, as she was running, I was kind of messing around. Didn't have the right jet, so she's running on a size 80 jet, I guess, which is a little bit too large, and she's running a little bit too rich, but the 72.5 jet is too small. Well, I assume it's too small because she ran hot, and I immediately shut her off. And it might also have been because there wasn't enough coolant in there. I put some more in there, and also I filled up up the transmission oil in here as well. So I'm gonna try to make a speed run and see if she runs like 45 kilometers per hour. So she's street legal. And if she does, I'm gonna try to put her to a professional workshop, get her checked. But yeah, I think that's all I quite did. I mean, I cleaned her off quite a bit. Yeah, the plastics didn't have to be cleaned that much as they haven't been used that much. And you see they are. I really love the look of the graphics. I really love it. Like she generally looks quite aggressive, to be honest. Despite the fact that those mirrors are terrible. Well, if you kind of think away those mirrors, she looks extremely cool, I think. And the license plate holder, that one looks shitty as well. So the next thing I'm gonna do, as I said, I'm gonna put her to a professional workshop. Then I'm gonna get her sold. Gonna try to aim for $800 to $900. Gonna see how she goes. Might do a little update as well when she's sold. But yeah, that's basically everything I had to do. Yeah, so the problem was the reed valve in there was damaged and the fuel couldn't pass, or maybe it wasn't able to pass in a specific amount, maybe only a little amount was passing. And I mean the spark plug was wet, a little bit wet, so I guess only a tiny amount got to pass. That was why she didn't want to fire up. Also, I fixed the thing, like you can see it. Oh no, you can't. Fuck, I've got the battery hooked up. I told you that the neutral indicator wasn't working. The problem was I damaged the neutral switch. So I bought another one for $10 and now I'm not sure, she should have stopped dripping. Well, a tiny little bit now, but I might have to tighten it even more, but I don't want to break it again. But yeah, that was quite the problem why she was dripping oil, because if she's leaning on that side, you can see that the oil is running to the transmission, and the switch goes right into the transmission because the switch gets closed as soon as you are in neutral. And yeah, if it's broken, then oil is able to pass through, and it just ran down there and started dripping down there. Also, I tightened the chain, well, as much as I was able to, because it didn't let me pull the tire or the wheel further back. It might work. The chain doesn't sound as terrible as it did before, so I'm quite confident that it works. Well, also guys, that's gonna be the last part for this bike. Maybe just a little update if I sold her or when I sold her and stuff. But yeah, that's basically the last part of the video. Just wanted to tell you what I fixed and what the problem was with her. And oh, wait a minute, gotta pull that thing. Oh god, it's stuck. Right, I'm not gonna pull it any further, it's gonna stay there. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the series. I might try to get another bike after that, maybe try to fix it up as well. Just gotta look into that, gonna see if I find another bike. And also there's gonna be a video when I mount my sport exhaust for my 125cc bike. Just gotta see if someone can weld something for me, because I'm not able to, and I really need that welded, because otherwise I'm not able to mount the sport exhaust. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the series. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, if you're interested in something like that and you want to see more from me, then hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so I see how many people want something like that. But yeah, thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and goodbye.